What does Crossroads City Derby mean to me? It means a bunch of badass women. That's for damn sure.
My name is Can I Get a Witness?
Rex Bex.
Starry Nightmare.
My name is Betty Spaghetti. Malaboli Barbie.
Z Destroyer.
You've got people from all walks of life that find not just Crossroads City Derby, but roller derby in general. It's very much a niche, an underground type sport. Like I said, it attracts all walks of life. We've had professors, PhDs that have played with us, all the way down to students that are in school, single mothers, anyone. And it's basically, it's open to everyone. So, what is roller derby? In basic terms, it's 5 players from each team skating counterclockwise on a track, trying to lap each other. That's the simplest terms. So, to break it down a little bit more, you've got 5 skaters from each team. 1 skater from each team is called a jammer, and they'll have a star on their head.
There's 1 jammer per team, and they're the only one that can score the points. And then there's 4 blockers from each team, and they're stopping the opposing jammer from scoring points.
Basically what you're trying to do is the blockers are trying to get their jammer through at the same time as they're trying to defend the other jammer from getting through.
When the whistle blows, the jammers try to get through the pack, which are the 4 blockers, 8 blockers, and then they try and circle around. Whoever gets first is the lead jammer, and as they pass each blocker of the opposing team, they get 1 point, and if they pass the jammer from the other team, they get 1 point, so they can score that way.
It's an offense and defense game at the same time.
Hey, my name is Z Destroyer.
And how did you get that?
Actually, I'm a teacher. I teach English, so I got my name because of my students. They came up with a bunch of different suggestions and took a vote as a school, and that's the one that won. What got me interested in roller derby was actually an ex-boyfriend. He wanted me to play roller derby, and I said no. And then we broke up, and so to spite him, I joined roller derby, and I ended up falling in love with the sport, actually.
My husband deployed 2 years ago, and I thought that it would be fun to do something while he was gone, and so I tried out, or I started doing fresh meat, and then it turned out that he ended up getting blown up in Afghanistan. So I put everything on hold, kind of went home, kind of didn't do anything, and so fast forward 2 years, and I wanted to do something to help my anxiety, wanted to do something to just get that angst out, and so I remembered, hey, I tried this before, let's try it again, and so I started it up again, and it's been amazing.
I was actually a photojournalist. When I got interested in roller derby, I found a league starting up in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I wanted to do a documentary. So I did a really long 6-month project on them, probably a little bit too long, but one of the ladies up there was like, hey, you should try this out yourself. So about 6 months later, after saying, I have bad ankles, gave every excuse under the sun, I decided to give it a try, and I haven't looked back ever since. And actually I retired from journalism so I could actually dedicate more time to playing roller derby because I loved it so much.
I was actually in class with a girl that was doing the fresh meat program, and I didn't have any friends here because I had just moved here, and I was like, I need some friends, might as well do something fun, and an activity like a sport was something that I needed to keep me occupied too, so I decided to get on some skates, and I loved it. I never stopped showing up since then. So
Actually,
was a part of a league in El Paso that was called Sun City Roller Girls. It was the first league in El Paso. Was playing with them for about a season or two when a girl decided to break off and start a new league. At that point, I wasn't for it. I started playing with Crossroads City Derby. At that point, too, making a commute from El Paso to Cruces 3 times a week. That only lasted so long. Got a promotion at my job, took me to Alamogordo, and then now I'm back. So I love Crossroads City Derby. I've never met another league or skated with another league that works this hard.
Yeah, my name is Robbie Grant, and I'm the head coach of Crossroads City Derby here in Las Cruces. The derby name that the league kind of gave me is Jesus H. Coach. I'm a big sports junkie. There's a joke in my family that I don't read anything unless it's got a score, so which is pretty much true. When my wife joined and started playing, I immediately jumped into the rule book, started watching this sport online, and just trying to figure out what this was all about. And I fell in love with it.
I saw this movie called Whip It, and I didn't even know we had roller derby in this town, but I watched that movie and I was like, man, I can't believe I missed this in my life. I can't believe I never got to skate. And then I saw the girls at the market, the farmer's market, they had a booth. And I went over and my husband made me go over and talk to them, and that's when I started skating. So that was in 2013. With that, yeah. So many things to tell. We are a group of women just out here skating. Practices are like twice a week, but I think we skate probably 4 or 5 times a week, just all together or on our own. We have a great time together. We raise money for charity, and yeah, it's a good time. It's the best thing I've ever done in this town.
Ken has her Sucias tattoo right here. I didn't have a friend for a long time, and then it's just like, I don't know how to get out of the and then Harley came full contact sport. You know what? A lot of people say that their favorite part of the sport is the actual competition and the game. And I love that too. I mean, that's my second favorite thing, but I love practicing. I could just practice the entire time because that's where the work is. You have games maybe once or twice a month and you have your off season, but practice is where you get better. It's where you form your team. It's where you form bonds with your teammates.
My favorite part is the fact that everybody is a different size and has an important part in that, like with their size, because as a jammer, usually they're smaller, as a blocker, usually they're bigger, and we need everybody to do the game. Like, we can't just rely on one type of body like most sports do. We need all types of bodies to get the whole game going. So that's my favorite part about it.
501c3, we're a nonprofit organization. What we try to do with our games is we try to partner with a member of the community. We've partnered with La Casa, we're partnering with the Semper Fi Fund. We've partnered in the past with Community of Hope, El Caldito Soup Kitchen, to try to give back to them, because we're able to get anywhere from 400 to 600 people into this venue. So we're able to do, bring some people in and kind of make these other nonprofits in the community that need some assistance, try to make people aware of them. At the games, we do a 50-50 raffle. That 50-50 raffle typically does really, really well. I mean, you're talking about $1 a ticket. Everybody that's here usually give $1, so you're looking at the nonprofit making an extra $200, $250, and then I think just about everyone we've had, whoever's won it, has donated the entire proceeds right back to the nonprofit. So they've made out pretty good.
The Semper Fi Fund is our next charity. One of our skaters is a Marine, and her husband's a Marine, and he was wounded in combat, and that's part of what they do is helping Marines and other veterans come back into regular society and give them whatever support they need. So it's a near and dear group to our heart.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
My name is Pam Bolton, and I skate as Molly Marine.
Your very best rating for me?
I have full confidence that any donation that the Simplify Fund receives that will be put to good use. They have very, very low administrative costs, and I can speak from personal experience to know that they do the best job of meeting a veteran's needs of any organization that I've ever seen. Obviously, it's personal to us. My husband and I are both veterans. He is a 100% disabled veteran. He was severely wounded during the global war on terror, and their organization was one that made contact with me literally 48 hours after he was hurt. They met me in the hospital with one of their volunteers, and they've been there every step of the way the last 9 years now to make sure that our needs are met and that the gaps are filled where the government cannot provide the needs of today's veteran. Personally, I think the reason why Crossroads City Derby has selected Simplify Fund as the recipient of the proceeds from the next ballot is because that they do such a good job of focusing on the needs of the family in regards to the veteran. They recognize that the veteran heals best when he has loving and thoughtful support from his family, and a lot of times the veteran can't get that if the family's needs are not being met. Being a caregiver for someone who's severely wounded is a demanding job, and it's exhausting and it's very taxing. And so much of your focus is on the veteran and his needs, and a lot of times it puts you in a position where you neglect yourself. And so the Simplify Fund specifically has made it a priority to take care of the needs of the caregiver, to take care of the needs of the family, so they can continue to support the veteran to the best of their abilities.
And we'll raise money for them. We also do events where we'll go and support. There's a combat veterans that have a motorcycle group, and we'll go, and when they have their motorcycle run, we'll go and meet them and be at their different posts, so we offer water and things like that. So they just look to us to kind of help out.
We also work with Pride, Southern New Mexico Pride. We've done stuff with them. We've set up at their events, trying to get out how, inclusive this sport really is.
1, 2.